welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name's Jeanette and I am back with the April reading for 2016. I decided to do just the one overall general reading for April instead of the elementals, but I was happy with them, and I'm so grateful for all the lovely comments and the messages and the emails that I received, and you know, just touches my heart that these readings serve you, and that, you know, it supports your own intuition, which at the end of the day is what they're about. It's about, you know, supporting your own intuition as to what's going on for you in your life. And it's different for everybody. You know, when I get the feedback, I can see that somebody's situation is different to somebody else's, and they perceived it a different way to somebody else, and that's exactly the way it's meant to be. It's not meant to be the same for everybody. So a big thank you for all the lovely comments. It lets me know that you know, you're getting something out of it, even if it's only one message or a bit of wisdom, a bit of knowledge that sets you, you know, right for the day or the week or the month ahead. Anything that triggers a shift, you know, with our thought patterns or perceiving something in a different way. It doesn't matter, as long as it's serving and doing good. Excuse me, that's all that matters to me anyway. And you know, that it's empowering, and you know, I try to do and see things realistically, and sometimes, you know, we don't want to look at that, but during this month we do have, and I put it in my new moon video, the Aries one, we do have quite a few planets going retrograde, but I spoke about that in that one, so I'm not going to talk about it in this one. But we do have, just a reminder, we do have Mercury retrograde early April, I think the 7th. It goes into setup phase, and then it goes into its retrograde towards the end of April, I think. But check that out for yourself. So it will have an effect. But when I just shuffled the cards, there wasn't too many in reverse, which usually means a delay, something happening. So, but we'll see what happens. But I brought my clover, 4-leaf clover out today, because I went somewhere on Sunday and it was a craft fair, and you know, they put such a lot of love and effort, it's all handmade excuse me, into this, and I just thought, oh, I want to get that. There was only one there, and I thought, don't hesitate, get it, you know, you're meant to have it. So I got it, and I thought I'd share that with you, and hopefully excuse me, you know, the month of April will bring us good luck. 4-leaf is, you know, something rare. It's something rare, and I think a couple of times in the this pack the 4-leaf clover came out. I can't remember the readings now, but obviously it's yellow on there, not green. But you know, I remember as a child looking for the 4-leaf clovers. I can't remember if I found one or not. And why are they telling me that? It's got nothing to do with it. But what film was it? Oh goodness me, I can't remember the film, but it's about a writer, and she, you know, helps people to write books, and it's something to do with Tuscany, and she, you know, ends up a divorce with her husband, and she ends up in Italy anyway. Fate guides her to this place. There's synchronicities and serendipity and, oh, lovely signs. Anyway, she ends up there, and she makes friends with this lady, and she said basically about love and about partnerships, and you know, she she was hurt and everything, and her friend said, well, you've got to get out there and you've got to, you know, be open to it. Don't go looking, like don't go looking for the 4-leaf clover. But she did it about the ladybirds. She said about the ladybirds, and she said, you know, as a child she used to go looking for the ladybirds, and then she'd fall asleep in the grass, and when she woke up there was loads of ladybirds all over her. So I think that's symbolically saying, you know, don't go looking for the 4-leaf clover, don't go looking for the ladybirds, but be open to life when it shows up. You know, the 4-leaf clover is something rare, and you know, it will be a blessing, but life is a blessing. So it's about, like I always teach, it's about being present, and my book is very much about that, and the tools to sort of get you into that very quickly. You know, it's all about being in the present moment, really, and that's where your authenticity is, and that's where you shine, going with the flow. Like the new moon in Aries boat came up, which was the gift, so it's interesting to see what will come up this time. So I brought that out for us, and I'm going to lay it on there to bring us some good luck. I know we make our own luck, but there's no harm in bringing that out. So the cards I'm going to be using again, I'm going to use the Enlightenment pack again. I'm still in my bedroom, so it's a little bit cramped in here, with Chuck Spasano, the psychology ones, and I'll be using the Telema Tarot this time, and I'm going to pull the healing with angels on the healing card, because that's the most important card, whichever card comes out there, with Doreen Virtue, and then that's the heavenly message, and then you've got the fairies, which are the earth angels healing cards. That's the earthly message. They go very well together. So I'm going to be using them. So anything else I want to tell you? Oh yes, about my readings. I've said in the new moon, so I don't want to go on about it too much, but I'd rather get to the reading. But basically, number one is you contact me via the contact page on my website to see if there's availabilities for readings. Really, I've had a week off. I feel so much better, refreshed and ready to go. So you know, I do have bookings already in, so you need to just go to my website, go to the contact us page, and check for availability. When I give you the go ahead, let me know whether you want an hour or half an hour reading, so I know where to slot you in, and then we can go from there. Really, then you purchase the reading and then fill in your questions. I may change your questions to a more empowering one, so we get the best out of your readings. And my readings are very much soul contract, like spiritual guidance. It's not so much on your mundane, and I know that's all important, but it's not how I work. I have to be authentic to myself. Mine is very much, you know, the emotions and the heart and love, really, and that works with all relationships. But you know, I say to Spirit, you know, we're focusing on romantic. So let's get to it. I would like to know, you know, what are the archetypal energy on a collective level for the month of April. What do we need to know, Spirit, please, on a collective level for our love lives? Close my eyes. Oh, I've turned them upside down. It doesn't matter. I don't reverse any of these. Okay, we got dark story this time. In the new moon in Aries, we had the myth, personal myth. But this is still a book, so there is a theme going on in throughout the month of April, because this reading, but I need to get them out so that you know what energies are happening. So this is fine going out on the 1st of April, but the new moon and the full moon one I need to get out a little bit quicker, because you know, you need to know what the energies are going to be playing out, really. And then this fits in well, so it's this one, then the new moon, and then the full moon. It's like the cycle. Because if I did the new moon after this one, you'd only have a couple of days and it just wouldn't work out. So that's why I do it. So this is what's going on at the unconscious. Right, I can't see properly. There we go. This is what's going on at the unconscious. It's the dark story that we're you know, in the other one it was the stories, the myths that we're telling ourselves. This time it's the dark stories. So it's things that have been told to us throughout history, and like history repeating itself because of these dark stories. You know, we're so comfortable with the dark stories and, you know, failing in a sense, that we just play that out over and over again. And you know, it's stories from your past, what's happened, and then we perceive it in a certain way, and then we just keep telling ourselves those stories over and over again. So this works very well with the new moon in Aries, with the personal myth that we have about relationships, you know, doom and gloom, and we don't want that. We don't want that anymore. We want happiness, and we have a choice. Even no matter what's going on around us, we still have a choice as how we perceive it. You know, it's got an eye on here, so how we perceive, how we look, and one eye can be like the third eye, but it's how we perceive it. It's got an egg timer, so you know, it's about timing. We've got a house burning down. So if something in your past has happened, it doesn't mean to say it's going to be repeated. You know, you've got the Grim Reaper here, we've got the tree with the you know, a hanging tree. But that's what I'm saying, it's history. It's things that were done in the past. It doesn't mean to say, you know, we've got somebody, you know, it's very dark. The story is very dark. Somebody drowning in the pond. We've got somebody, you know, very Egyptian and many years ago. So, and it's a book. It's a book. So obviously, hence the story. So we've got to watch this. We've got to, because it's on the unconscious. Half the time we don't know it's playing out. And the beauty of Mercury retrogrades is that I liken it to, you know, the adjustment bureau, where our own team, our own guides are having to slow us down. And that's why text messages doesn't show up, or it shows up 2 or 3 days later, or emails or anything like that happens. It's because, you know, we're needing to see something, to slow down, reflect, so that we can be on the right path. And that's the whole point of a Mercury retrograde, is to get people to slow down from the choices that they've made the 3 months beforehand, and just to steer them gently, or sometimes not so much, so that you know where you're going. But this is what we've got to watch. We've got to watch the dark stories that we're, you know, playing out. But this is the most important card, which is the healing card. So what is the healing that we need to know concerning our dark stories? Oh, we got the truth again. So the truth will set us free again. So it's very similar to the Aries one, and the cards will repeat themselves, because this dark story and the personal myth is very similar. So yeah, it's beautiful. That's just come out again, and this is very much the most important card that Spirit's saying. You know, it's number 30, but break it down is number 3, and 2 and 1, which is the dark story. I don't know if you can see it there. 2 and 1, the dark story equals 3, and 30, take off the 0, is a 3. So the 3 is like the master number as well, and it's the triangle, you know, it's the 3 that joins. So it's very important that, and no coincidence that both numbers add up to number 3. So this is the healing for this, for the dark stories, the personal myth stories that we tell ourselves, is telling ourselves the truth. You know, it's like, don't embellish the truth. Like when we say, just for an example, say we're on a diet, and you know, we're following a plan or whatever, not that, but just say you're following a plan, and you know, and you're to have this and this, and then, you know, they all add up to something, and then you say, oh well, I'll just have this extra ounce of cheese, or I'll just have this extra square of chocolate, or whatever, and when, you know, but we're not writing it down, and so we're embellishing the truth, we're not telling ourselves the truth, and then that goes into our love lives as well. You know, what truths are we not telling ourselves? You know, if someone's not calling you or texting you, then reality is that person, you know, doesn't want to know, or at least doesn't want to know at this moment in time. And it's the lesson is that, you know, you either need to find a new way to communicate with them. If you know them well, then, you know, you can work out a different way, which was the Aquarius, was it the Aquarius one? There was a new concept in there or something. Drop the personal myths of there only being one person that's right for you, or drop the myths around soulmates and like labeling relationships. You know, we've got to let go of the labels of things and just see it as an experience. So by telling ourselves the truth, you know, it will set us free. Watch the other one, and I go into more about that with that one. So, and let's just see, this is the healing cards on a heavenly, that's why I brought them out. So this will go with it. So what's the most important message we need to know concerning the telling ourselves the truth, please, Spirit? It's the most important message for April 2016. Surrender and release. So this goes with it. Surrender and release. Tell yourself the truth and then let go, basically. Surrender and release. So you're not you know, we're not fixating or obsessing or too focused on one thing, one situation or one outcome. You know, we've got to tell ourselves the truth and then just let go of it, surrender it over to the universe, and release it, because otherwise we don't know, there could be new opportunities for us and we could be missing it because we're too focused on one certain outcome, or the universe can't come in and move the furniture around so that, you know, healing can come in, because this is about healing. But telling ourselves the truth about, you know, love, about relationships, is going to set us free, because like I said before, it's all about role plays. And then this is saying the same. When you surrender and release, hand it over to a higher purpose, then, you know, it frees us up. We relax and we trust and we let go. So that's from the spiritual. Let's see more the earthly. What's the healing? Please, Spirit. No, earthly. Most important message. Positive expectations. There we go. So by surrendering and releasing, and you know, thinking positively. I know it's not just all about positive thinking, you know, like I said before, about vision boards or whatever our desire is, what we put onto that vision board. I don't believe in them myself. You know, we then have to do the work, the inner work, to get that end result. So the focus cannot be the end result. The focus has to be in the here and now, in the present, to focus on the healing. And the healing is, you know, the truth. So telling yourself the truth, surrendering, but also having positive expectations. They go hand in hand. So that's the healing. Let's put them out the way. And this is the gift we get if we can tell ourselves the truth, let go, surrender and release. Then this is the gift that comes. But the most important card is the healing card. True love. There we go. True love. And I can't remember what was the one in the new moon. Oh, it was going with the flow, wasn't it? Going with the flow. So, but yeah, that's what you receive. And 36, 6 and 3 is 9. We are in the year 9. So if we do the work, telling ourselves the truth about the dark stories, are we embellishing how things have been? I'm not saying that, you know, a lot of people have gone through awful times. I'm not diminishing any of that for any of us, but it's like telling ourselves the truth where we are now with the situations around love, and then you receive true love as the gift. And true love is you know, it's about going with the flow, but it's not about attachment. It's not attachment like codependency. That's the old pattern, and that needs to change now. You know, the universe is saying enough is enough. That pattern has to change, and it's about healing, and you know, it's about equal partnerships, giving and receiving, and supporting each other, being there for each other, but not being attached to it, not owning. You don't own somebody, you're just sharing yourself with somebody, and they're sharing themselves with you, is what it's all about. And the other cards in the other readings was all about, you know, lightness, a lightness around it, not a heaviness of burdens, and that's what, you know, true love is first for yourself. It's first for yourself, and then you share that with another. It's not about codependency and controlling another to get your needs met. So, but that is the gift that you get. So let's put that there. Let's put them over here because I haven't got much room. And then I'm going to use these ones. So what are the most important messages, please, Spirit, for April 2016 concerning our love life? Most important messages, please. Just want to say a big thank you to all my new subscribers and my loyal ones that have stayed with me, and all your lovely comments and messages. Right, nice and important. Can you see that? Yes. Oh, we got the High Priestess straight away come out. So, and she's upright. So, trust in your intuition, your own knowingness. Very powerful, very powerful. Is the first card. Oh, the Ace of Cups, lovely. I love this card. It's got the Dove of Peace, and it's upright, and it's just full of gold and light and beautiful energies. But this is about a new beginning. A new beginning. This can be new feelings. This can be new psychic powers. Stronger intuition coming in, but yeah, this is it's to do with our love lives. Let's move these out the way. There we go. Can you see all of them? And then we've got the Death card. So the Death card's number 13. That's like the Scorpio. And we do have a full moon in April. I'll do that one after this one. That's in Scorpio. And it's like deep transformation. It's like, you know, an onion and those layers. But you're getting really down to the deep part of it. So you're not one or two layers in. You're like nearly to the middle of the onion, and so the layers are smaller and quicker to come off. And they just showed me a plaster then, like ripping a plaster off and that hurts. So yeah, this is like deep transformation, but transformation is it's a process, you know. It is a process, and you know, it's like the butterfly. It goes through 4 stages before it comes the butterfly. And what else is it? The snake, like shedding its skin. It goes through a process before it gets to the stage where it sheds its skin, and then it's not the same snake, or you know, the cells are not the same as they were before. So the Death card is all about a process. So there's a process going on with the, and then we've got the Page of Wands, which is all about, well, I see the pages as messages, really. They're messengers. Enthusiasm, the the wand is, excuse me, enthusiasm. Or it can be in a personal reading, and then there's the King of Wands. It can be a younger version of somebody. It all depends where they sit, really. But see what Spirit's saying. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reversed. So that means that there's a delay or a block on the physical level. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why, but my voice starts to go. And then we've got the Tower. So that's upright. So something's going to, and it's under the Death card, which is 2 major arcanas now. I see the Tower card as something being forced, like the outside influences, something happening in your life that or somebody else's life, or somebody else that's around you. So it, you know, it's, you can see it, you can see something that happens that's out of your control, that's out of your power, really. And then the Death card I see as you're making the choice to transform, you're taking the steps. So maybe this is saying, because that's on the first level, you know, the universe is giving you a choice to make those changes, to set this transformation in motion. If not, because it comes down here, and this is underneath it. If not, the universe will step in, or step into this situation where love's concerned, because the warnings have been there, or the red flags, whatever you want to call them. But we'll see what the other cards say, and it's to do with a new beginning, you see. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles upright. This is all about paying attention to detail, so that's what that's about, or that's the way I see it anyway. We've got the Moon in reverse, and we do have a full moon in Scorpio, so something about Scorpio, but we can see what the reading for the full moon comes up with as well. And then we've got the Two of Swords, right, okay, and what's going on underneath? We've got the Nine of Cups, lovely card, I love this card. So the Nine of Cups, you can see she sat there waiting. I don't know if you can see, there we go. She sat there waiting, and you know, she looks quite calm and serene. So, but all the cups are full, sparkly, and different things in them, but it's all gold. It's all gold. You've got the light shining through. It's very feminine energies, and you've got all the water, which represents the emotions. Now this is known as the wish card. A lot of people say it's the wish card. You know, the ladybird can show up when this is about to happen, but it's about happiness. It's about happiness, and we do have the power to you know, create our own happiness. It's not about waiting for somebody else to come in, and you know, we've got to be in our lives, living our destiny, transforming our fates into destiny, and you know, taking those steps to do that, and being in the moment. Like I said, being in the moment. It's all about being in the moment, enjoying the moment. Set our intentions, like the healing card. What was they were surrender and release. So we can dream and want things, surrender and release, and positive expectations. So we can do all that, because I find if we don't, it's not about living in an illusion, but I find if we don't, then the energies come down, and you know, that's not good for anybody. But it's not about an illusion. It's about seeing the truth, but having hope, and you know, but not waiting for it, being in the moment, enjoying life. But this is very much the happiness card. Feeling happy no matter what's going on around you where love's concerned. You know, don't try, I know it's hard, but try and get out of your head into your heart and be fully present in the moment. Really is the Nine of Cups. It's a wish, and sometimes our wishes turn up differently to how we want them. We usually get what we need, not what we want. So you know, the key is to be very open to what the wish, the universe, because the universe can see more than what we can see, and the universe knows you well, and your patterns, behaviors and things like that you're working through. So it's usually we get what we need to do some healing, or to let go, or to see something about ourselves, or you know, a person comes along and you think, oh gosh, you know, that was me 10 years ago. So you can have empathy for that person, compassion for that person. But happiness comes in all shapes and forms, I'm being told. Happiness comes in all shapes and forms. But this is what's going on underneath. Okay, this is the reason why these cards on top are happening, to get you, you know, you're asking for your wishes, and your heart's desires. This is a bit like a vision board. So this would be on your vision board. This is, you know, the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfilled, the happiness that you want. And then these cards are the ones that are saying, okay, you want that, but this is what you've got to do. This is what you've got to do beforehand to get this. So are you prepared to do this, go through this? So you could see it that way. So that's what's going on underneath. So what they're saying, the most important thing is to be the High Priestess, really, is to really, you know, if you know you're the High Priestess, she's upright, she's all-knowing, she's very intuitive, and it's also the High Priestess and the High Priest, or the Hierophant, whatever you want to call it, they are the father and mother of heaven, sort of thing. And then your Emperor and Empress is the mother and father of the earth. You can look at it like that. But you know, she does have tarot on her scroll, so a lot of you might be, you know, that way, and then it might be you're not even aware that you're the High Priestess. So but she's number 2, and number 2 is all about balance, and you've got your 2 poles, which is your black and your white, male and female, you see, but she stands in between. She's not either of them. She's balanced with that, and she's on the crest of the moon. So something around the new moon, because she's on the crest of the moon, she's actually standing on it, she's very much linked to that. And we do have the full moon, well, the full moon, but the moon card in reverse. So what are they telling me? Because upright, it can be, you know, it's about, well, I think it's more symbolic of the full moon. It's the energies they're saying, because I read it intuitively. But you can see the water here, down here, and then the reflection of that person heading towards the castle, the gates of the castle, as either side. But you can see the reflection. So it's something about our reflections. The moon shines some light for us to see, but people will reflect back to you your own, who you are, your own healing that needs to take place, or they'll reflect back to you, you know, either your wounds or where you've healed them. So it will be either way. So, but it is in reverse. So it is going into a Mercury retrograde. So something's in reverse, something's being reversed, or something needs to be reversed, because, and you've got to be trusting your intuition. But I won't go, well, let's go tell the story. Let's go one by one. So this is the Ace of Cups. There's a new beginning there to have. There's a new beginning there to have in love, and it's only the energies. So I feel quite excitement, actually, and when I feel excitement, it means something new's coming in. Something new's coming. I feel it all around my heart, and this very much is that energy, that card. Something new, something's happening, something's stirring. You know, it's the dove of peace, to do with love, that's connected to your inner knowingness. This is what will guide you, not what's happening on the physical. It's this that will guide you. So it's not what you're seeing, it's what you're knowing, that this will guide you with this new beginning in love. It's the energies, it's ready to burst, but the 2 isn't there. The 2 of Cups isn't there, so it hasn't manifested yet. I think because before that can happen, there needs to be a death of a situation. You know, there needs to be transformation, an ending, of grieving, maybe. An ending of grieving needs to happen. Maybe somebody's been grieving and they'll be coming out of that now, but they've got to do it off their own back. You know, they've got to be ready for it, is what I'm getting. They've got to be ready for it, whoever it is. But yeah, there's a death of the situation. It's that deep Scorpio transformation. Like I said, we've got the full moon in Scorpio at some point. I can't remember the dates. That's what it's tapping into, because we do have the full moon there. But this is something of your own accord that needs to go, end, because this is like a messenger, enthusiasm. You know, something needs to, this darkness, these dark stories, that can be like that, because you've got the grim reaper on there. So that is that one there with the scathe, but he's got the scathe, and the scathe can be sudden change. And we do have, I need to leave enough time for the other cards. We do have the Tower there as well. So, but yeah, there's that figure there, the Death card, which is about, you know, the dark stories, the unconscious playing out, and people reflect to us our unconscious, what's going on within us. But that can be sudden change, and that card is there around that situation. But news, this is about, yeah, news or enthusiasm and a new, you know, action. It's about action. So maybe there's a message coming. Maybe there's a message coming, or the High Priestess needs to send a message. I'm not too sure. The other cards will tell us. I don't want to jump the gun. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, you see, in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is a delay, is something's not happening, and a new beginning's not happening on a physical level, because we've got the Ace of Cups. So two aces. This is the Ace of Cups is upright emotionally. So because of the Death card, somebody's ready emotionally, but somebody's ready not on the physical, because that's the physical. That represents a new beginning on the emotional. It's upright, so that's good. And we've also got the Nine of Cups, which matches the Ace of Cups. So the physical is delayed. Someone's ready emotionally, or they're starting to have new feelings, or feeling different about a grieving. They come to the end of grieving and they're feeling better emotionally. But upright, you see, that's a physical new beginning. It can be to do with a house move, a job, or on those mundane levels it can be. And upright, you see, there's the path, there's the pathway. This is what's at the heart of the matter. And you know, the gates are open. The gates are open for you to walk through. So that represents an opportunity. And it's got a little rabbit down here. Rabbits are about 28-day cycles as well, which the moon is. So very much, you know, this reading, the new moon and full moon, they all go together. But reversed, symbolically, it would say that that opportunity isn't there because of the Page of Wands, because of a message, because of a message. And this Tower, the Tower is all about bringing down masks, the masks that people are wearing, something that's been built upon that's not sustainable, you know, they're like the codependency patterns, that sort of thing. So to have this new beginning, maybe this needs to happen first. Maybe those that choose to do the healing and tell themselves the truth, which is the death card, to you know, let go of the dark stories, then they will go more into the flow of things. But those that don't, maybe something happens around the situation. This is about the Eight of Pentacles, so this is about hard work, working at your craft. So it could be like working at a relationship, working at a relationship, or working, you know, on yourself with a relationship. But the moon is in reverse. These two are in reverse. You look at the ones that are in reverse. These two are in reverse. So is this new beginning on a physical? Can't happen because of the timing of the new moon. I'm not too sure. Not too sure what that moon is saying. I've got to be honest. I don't say things I don't mean. But it's down, because the moon's here and the moon's here. So, but this way up, this is about having to make a decision, you see, and it's underneath the Tower and the Death card. Like I said, it goes back to the Death card. You make that decision on your own. If you make the decision on your own, then it's not going to be so bad. But if you don't, then a choice to tell yourself the truth, maybe by the new full moon. I'm not too sure. The next reading, the full moon reading, will give us more information, but this is about making a choice, making a decision, coming to, you know, she's protecting her heart. We know the story of this, you know. She's having to trust her intuition, because they bookend that way. She's having to trust her intuition because she can't see. So around the heart situation, she's having to trust her own intuition. But there is a choice to be made. Reversed, you know, it's like you're being forced to make that choice. Things are happening. And the new moon, the full moon is in reverse, which I don't know is what's saying. But I'm going to do these cards to give me a bit more clarity, because we're running out of time. Because I can only go now, because otherwise it goes to another video. And right, what's the most important messages that complements this reading? First one, oh, it's to do with finances. It's to do with money around the High Priestess. So it's to do with finances. The High Priestess. What's at the heart of the matter? The Snake. That's all about, well, it's all about wisdom, but it can be deceit if there's other negative cards around it. But there's something about wisdom to do with a new beginning, to do with a home, a house move, to do with a job, what's in and around the environment, to do with a job, a physical move, a new beginning on a physical move. We've got the Sun card on the Ace of Cups, so that's lovely. That's really, really positive. We've got the Whip on the Death card. So something needs to end around an argument, is what I'm getting. And it's not going to be as bad as we think, because the Sun card's next to it. So it's not going to be such a bad outcome as we think. But This could be that you need to create conflict. That could be the Ace of Page of Wands. You know, send a message and create conflict, but it's not going to be as bad as you think it is, because don't tell yourself the dark stories. Don't embellish the truth is what I'm getting. So maybe it wouldn't, but that would be then you taking charge and around your happiness, because it's the Nine of Cups underneath, you dealing with this transformation. Yeah, it might be unpleasant. It usually is, the Death card. Right, we've got the Mouse. So the Mouse is about negotiations, somebody nibbling away at something to do with finances. See, now around the Snake, they're a little bit more negative. So something around a new beginning. This is all to do with love. It's all to do with love, because I've asked it to be. So something to do with finances, something about this message, maybe needing to send a message, and if you're not, then it's having an effect on finances around the High Priestess, and the key is on the Tower. So if this happens, that's the key to success. I see this as conflict. You see, you have to have conflict to stir something up, to break down this mask. Something to do with an argument, to help transform the situation. That's what I'm sensing, because it's successful. We've got the to do with this new beginning in love. We've got the Lady, yeah, on the Eight of Pentacles. Maybe it's the woman that will need to pay attention to detail. Negotiations, you see, this card, the Mouse, and that's about a message, but you need to be wise about trying to get this new beginning off the ground. That's to do with a new beginning in love, because of the two aces, and there's a delay on that. But yeah, it's about paying attention to detail, you know, or having to work at a relationship. It'll mean something to some and not to others, so it's a general reading. And then we've got the Moon card. We've got a bit more info now. So we've got the Man on the Moon card. So something around the full moon, or there's going to be delays because it's in reversed. So even though you might send a message, there still might be delays to do with this, because it's the woman on the Eight of Pentacles having to do the work. So it could be things won't be clear. Things won't be clear around this situation. It could be that. Yeah, and the decision that you need to make is to send a letter. That's what the Ace of Wands is. To send a letter, to take action, because that card's about action, about negotiations. That card's about action. So maybe if you take charge of your life and you do the transformation to do with an argument, and you do it, you send the message to do with, there's going to have to be negotiations, and you have to use your wisdom about this turning this new beginning around. But the key to success is conflict, and I know we can all be scared of conflict, but that is the key to success. And maybe before Mercury goes retrograde, yeah, because this is April. between April and the beginning of April and the new moon, because the full moon is Mercury retrograde, and that could be the delay, because that's around the full moon, see. So, and the letter or contract to do with finances, that a decision needs to be made. A decision needs to be made. And then on the bottom we've got the star, which is, you know, which is the wish again. So it's a wish being granted, but all of this on the top has to be done before. Right, we haven't got much time left. Let's do these, see what the angels have to say. Romance angels, some most important messages please for this. That one just jumped out into my lap. Codependency, it just jumped out. So this one goes very much back. Which one was it? New moon in Pisces, was it? About the codependency one? Whatever one it was, I'm sure it was a new moon. It was around codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this is repeating itself again. That literally just jumped out into my lap. So that's a big message. Now, do I shuffle or see what's underneath? So codependency is affecting, and also your spiritual path, to do with your happiness or your religion, if you're religious, you know, your belief systems, basically, your belief systems. So codependency and your belief systems are affecting, you know, your love lives. So those are the two things that are going to have to be negotiated. Codependency is about, you know, controlling people. That's why you've got to let go of the dark stories. You know, surrender and release, and but have positive expectations. And if you tell yourself the truth, then you get the gift of true love, you see. And I'm sure true love was on the new moon in Pisces. Was it that one? Yeah, it was, because it was the codependency. And then if the masks come down, I think there needs to be, which the keys on there is success, there needs to be conflict. We're scared of conflict because of the dark stories. You know, maybe we've lost somebody when we've challenged somebody on something. But yeah, and true love, once the mask comes down underneath the codependency, which is the tower, then true love is there, you see, and that's the foundation you can then build on. But this is like, the top bit is like the vision. That's the vision board. Underneath is the Nine of Cups, but this on the top is what has to be done, what has to be dealt with. This is reality on the top. So, and then, but the truth will set you free, and you get the gift of true love. Let's see what Archangel Michael wants to say quickly. Most important message please, Archangel Michael, for April 2016. Shield yourself. So that can mean anything. It's about protection, isn't it? Protect yourself, really. So in all ways, you know, it says on here, Archangel Michael, I ask you to protect me, my loved ones, my vehicle and my home with your powerful shield. So basically it's saying, you know, surround us in your purple light, which allows only pure love to penetrate. Please stay with me day and night and keep my loved ones safe. And you can also name specific people or situations. So whatever situation this is for you, you can put it to anything, really. And then we do ask the angel if you want to ask your question. And then for this reading, sometimes it matches, sometimes it doesn't, but at the end of the day, you've got to be the high priestess, and you know, you've got to trust your own knowingness. So let's see, what would you like us to know? We've got a yes again, a yes with an exclamation mark, and I can't remember all the readings, but which one was the yes with an exclamation mark? Was it the new moon in Aries, or was it the new moon in Pisces? I can't remember, but if you watch the videos, the new moon in Pisces and the full moon in Libra, those lunar and solar eclipses, they last for 6 months, that cycle, so they will be dominant in these readings as well. They all link, they all tell a story, but the answer to whatever question you've asked, which will be different for everybody, is a yes exclamation mark, which is and what's the whisper of love you'd like to tell us before my battery runs out? What's the whisper of love message, please, Spirit? Sorry, I haven't got much room in here. Normally downstairs. Oh, the Union of Hearts. Oh my goodness. The Union of Hearts. There is a connection of love that defies explanation. And I am doing this a couple of days before. What date is it today? Quickly. 29th. The 29th. 9 and 2 is 11. Is number 11. What does it say in the thing? But there is one. Was it the full moon in Virgo? I think it might have been the full moon in Virgo was the Union of Hearts. So maybe watch that one as well, because they go back to them, because there will be, it says yes exclamation mark. I just think there's work that needs to be done. The Union of Hearts. Quick, Jeanette, before it goes. Union of Hearts. 28. There is a connection of love that defies explanation. This is so special, unique, and cannot be defined in words. This is love that is comfortable and fits perfectly. It can be between parents and children, in a romantic relationship, or in a special friendship. So it's up to you to decide what that relates to. So there we go. I'm going to have to go because my thing's just about to change before it hits 104. Okay, lots of love. I hope this reading serves you. Please put your thumbs up and share and subscribe. It lets me know that, you know, I'm on the right track, and that it's serving you. And yeah, okay, I'll be back with the full moon. Lots of love. Lots of love.